Okay, come to a seated position with your legs crossed. You can sit up nice and tall. If a cross-legged position isn't comfortable for you, your legs can be out in front, and that will be fine as well. We're going to start by just warming up the neck. Start by just taking your right ear towards your right shoulder and relax. Take a nice deep breath. Let your shoulders be heavy. Inhale up to the center and over to the left. So left ear towards left shoulder. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Breathe deeply through your nose. Inhale back to the center. Let's do that one more time to each side. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right, the left. Good. Inhale back up. On our next breath, we'll look up towards the sky. Exhale, chin down towards your chest. Try to keep the rest of your spine upright and just move from your head. So inhale, gaze up. Exhale, gaze down, chin towards your chest. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Back to the center. Inhale, look to your right. Same thing, keep your spine long, but just move from your neck. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Let your shoulders stay relaxed. Inhale, center. Gaze left. Inhale, center. Gaze right. Last one. Inhale, center. Gaze left. Inhale, back to the center. Last thing we'll do here for our neck, we'll just take some nice slow circles. So I don't want you to just like flop your head around in the circle. Try to make it nice and slow and controlled. If a full circle doesn't feel good, just do a half circle in the front, come back to the center, and then do a half circle at the back. But I don't let my head be like super heavy here. I'm getting a nice circular motion, but I'm using my neck muscles to control the weight of my head. We don't want to, our neck vertebrae are kind of sensitive, so we want to be really careful, but still be working on the mobility of our neck. Good, let's do one more that direction, and then opposite direction of what you were just doing. Again, you can stick with the half circles if that's more comfortable. Good. And sit up nice and tall. Left hand to the mat beside you. Right arm up and over. We're going to reach over. Try to keep pushing your right hip down into the mat the whole time. Nice side body stretch. Lateral flexion for our spine. Continuing to just warm up through our neck and spine. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. So right hand is down. Left arm is over. Pushing into that left hip. Really breathing into the left side of the body. Nice, long, steady breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose as much as we can. Let's go a little faster, side to side. Exhale, left. Inhale, tall. Exhale, right. Inhale, tall. Exhale, left. Inhale, tall. Exhale, right. One more side to side. Inhale, tall. Exhale, left. Inhale, tall. Exhale, right. Sit up nice and tall. Take your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you. I'll turn to the side for you. So right hand is behind. Gaze back over your back right shoulder. Little spinal twist. Again, trying to sit up nice and tall. We don't want to be hunched back here. If you're like that, it's usually because of our hips, so you can take your legs out in front and see if that helps you be able to sit a little taller. Let's take one more breath. Exhale, and come back to the center. So we'll do the other side. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Sit up nice and tall, and gaze back. Nice deep breaths. One more breath. And come back to the center. Nice. Come around onto your hands and knees. We call this tabletop position. Knees right under your hips, wrists right under your shoulders. Spread your fingers and press down through your palms. On an inhale, we'll move into a cow pose. That's a U shape with our spines. We want to descend our chest between our arms. Lift your tailbone, your hips up, and gaze ahead. So just think about making a U shape with your back. Exhale, cat pose. Pull your belly in towards your spine. Arch your back and chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose, that U shape. Shoulders draw back and down, away from your ears. Exhale, push through your hands, chin to chest. Push your belly button up towards the ceiling. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Shoulders down. Exhale, cat pose. Push into the hands. Keep this same position with your legs, but walk your hands forward towards the top of your mat. We're going to get a little bit more into the shoulders. We're doing that same thing we just did with the spine, but with the arms extended, we'll get into our shoulders a bit more. So an inhale, like a U shape, so melt your chest down. You can gaze ahead if you want. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, round your spine. Chin towards your chest. Just a bit more like you're hollowing out your body there. Let's try 2 more like that. Inhale, melt your chest down. You can gaze ahead if that feels okay. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Push through those palms, really open through under the armpits there. Last one, inhale, chest down. Exhale, round. Good. Come back to a tabletop position. Let's do a nice little full body warm up here. We're going to get into the core, a little bit of everything. So tabletop position, 1 foot back at a time to a plank. If plank's not good for you, you can do that on your knees, all right? So just extend your legs back a bit and knees down if you need. So plank pose or knees. Walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Knees can be really bent while we still warm up. Inhale, reach up. Arms go up overhead, palms touch. Gaze up. Exhale, squat down. Place your palms on the ground. Walk your hands out to a plank and drop your knees. Tabletop position. So we'll do that 2 more times. Tabletop position. Step back to a plank. 1 deep breath. Inhale, lift your hips high. Press your chest back and walk your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to. You want to feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings though. Inhale, reach out and up. Gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, arms wide. Squat down, warming up the hips there. Palms touch. Walk the hands out to a plank and drop the knees. Last one. Inhale, lift plank. Reach the hips up and back. Walk the hands back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, arms wide, squat back and down. Palms down. Walk forward, extend through your spine and your hips. Plank pose. Nice job. Bend your knees. Bring the soles of your feet together. Knees towards the sides of your mat. And press your hips back towards your heels. Take 1 more deep breath. Just a little rest for our hands here. Nice stretch for the low back and the hips. Good. All right, come on forward. We're going to come into stand at the top of our mat. Little sun salutation. We're going to add on to it as we go. get into the hips, and we're gonna really stretch the inner thighs and groins today. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Mountain pose, palms touch. Gaze up at your hands. Lift through your spine. Exhale, arms wide, hips go back. You can bend your knees, plant your palms, and relax your head. Forward fold. Inhale, slide your hands halfway up your legs. This is halfway lift. Gaze down at the ground. Think about making a table with your back. You want a nice, flat, long spine. Exhale, slide your hands back down. Bend your knees if you need. Step one foot back at a time to a plank. Drop your knees. Bend your elbows back towards you and slowly come to your belly. Tops of the feet down. Pull your shoulders back. Squeeze your leg muscles. Inhale, lift your chest up. Cobra pose. Exhale down to your belly. Tuck your toes. Push to your knees. You're either going to stay here and walk your hands forward and melt your chest for puppy pose, or tuck your toes, lift your knees, take a tiny step forward, and press your chest back towards your thighs for a downward facing dog. Really even out the pressure in your hands and your feet. You want to share the weight equally and think about your hips being the apex of the pose here. On an inhale, I'm going to shift forward, step my right foot forward. You can get there however you need to. Drop your left knee down. Rise up so you're on your back left knee. Both knees are a 90-degree angle. Reach your arms overhead and squeeze your left glute. So you want to feel some stability in your hips and a nice long spine. On an exhale, we'll come forward, plant the fingertips, so I'm kind of tenting my hands. Lift your back left knee, pivot to the left, just one turn. So your legs are wide, and we're gonna be in a nice wide-legged forward fold. So you're gonna push into the outer edges of your feet and lift back and up through your hips. So you get a nice long spine, stretch on your hamstrings, maybe into the groins. It's okay if you're up here, you can even hold onto your legs. Don't have to be as deep as this is right here to get like a nice stretch and lots of benefits. On an inhale, we're gonna lift halfway up so our hands are on the ground. Bend your left knee, walk your hands over to your left knee, and keep your right leg straight. And just kind of reach over to the left. Keep that bend in your left knee. Take one more deep breath. Should feel this on the inside of our right thigh, inner part of our right hamstring. Switch sides. Inhale to the center. Exhale, bend your right knee. Hands over by your right foot. And let your head relax. Keep your left leg as straight as you can comfortably. It's okay if you're not very low here. You can get a nice benefit still being up here even. Let's take one more breath. Good. Come back to the center. Lift up. Pivot back to the top of the mat. So your feet will pivot with you. Just one turn, like 1/4 turn. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms reach out and up. Gaze up. Exhale, arms wide. Hips back. Long spine as you come down, hinging from your hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on your shins or on your thighs, depending on your proportions. Nice long spine, gazing down. Want to lift from our tailbone here so we get a nice stretch in our hamstrings. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees so you can put your palms flat on the ground. One foot back at a time to a plank. Let's take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, drop your knees. Bend your elbows straight back and control, nice and slow. Inhale and lift your chest. Cobra pose. Nice deep breath here. Exhale, down to your belly. Tuck your toes, either puppy pose with the chest melting down and the knees down, or downward facing dog. Bend the knees slightly if you need. You can kind of work on pressing one foot down at a time. That's a nice stretch for the hamstrings and the posterior chain of your body as well. Good. All right, shift your weight forward. Step your left foot forward, however you can get there. Get your right knee down. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Squeeze that right glute a lot. We want to feel an opening on the right front hip. Nice deep breath. Keep reaching long through your spine. Exhale, hinge forward, fingertips down. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Quarter turn to the right. So in that wide-legged forward fold again. First, we'll just hang. Let your head and neck be heavy. Again, it's okay if your hands are on your hips or on your shins, wherever makes the pose comfortable. Even if it's not comfortable, you want to feel a decent stretch here, hopefully. All right, on an inhale, this time we're going to bend our right knee, take our left hand over towards our right foot, and lift your right hand to the sky. Shooting a little twist. So left hand is down, right knee is bent, right arm to the sky. Hold for one more breath. You can just let your head relax. Exhale, bring it down. Let's do the other side. So left knee bends, right hand down, left arm up. Twist through your spine. Chest is facing towards your left thigh. Keep squeezing the muscles around your right knee. You want to make sure you don't overextend that right knee. Take one more breath. Exhale and bring it down. Come back to the center. Both legs straight for just one breath. Place your hands down. Bend your knees really deeply here and just stay here for 2 breaths. So this nice deep hip hinge, like a kind of a weird squat. Take one more breath and just roll up. Good, nice job. Step to the top of your mat. All right, let's grab our blankets or pillows, whatever we're using here. We want to put it in the center of our mat. So I'm going to sit right on top. So again, if you didn't catch this in the beginning of class, I have like 3 thin blankets folded all up like a rectangle. You could also use 2 bed pillows on top of each other would probably work well also. So I get my hips on the top and then just lower back and down. So you can see I have this kind of lift and extension through my hips. So first we'll just do this. We'll just extend the legs forward and arms back. We won't hold super long. Sometimes it doesn't feel amazing, but it's a nice opening for the front of the hips. Take one more deep breath. Good. Slide your feet in so both feet are down and your knees are up. Take your right foot on top of your left knee and just let the right knee open out to the side. So it kind of looks like a figure 4. So your right foot's on top of the left thigh, right knee's opening out externally or outwardly rotating. If you want, you can just stay there if that's feeling really nice. This is like a nice kind of restorative, it's kind of lowering our energy back down, getting us nice and relaxed. Or you can take your left knee and lift it up, and that will deepen the stretch of your right hip and piriformis. So that can be a muscle that can be really tight for us nowadays with desk sitting and all the things. So we're going to get into those deep butt muscles. Those can get really tight and tighten up our hips on us. Let's take one more breath. If you want, you can even straighten this left leg up. That's a bit more active. bring the legs down. We'll switch sides. Right foot is down, left foot on top of the right knee. Left knee opens out. Again, you can just stay here and hold here and breathe. This is a nice, just grounding, deep breath practice here. If you want to move forward or deepen your stretch, bring that right leg in. Keep that right knee bent. Both feet are flexed here just to keep extra protection for our knees. And then last option is if you want to make it a bit more active, just extend your right leg to the sky. So we're getting into the hip and the hamstrings that way. Okay, let's take one more deep breath. Awesome, and bring it down. Right knee comes in towards you again, flex your right foot. This one's kind of funky, but it's really good for your hips. I call this like an oil change for your hips. So you're gonna take your right knee and just rotate it out and your foot comes in. It's kind of like a windshield wiper type motion. So foot out and knee in, foot in, knee out. And you don't have like your ankles not moving. It's just coming from the head of your femur, your thigh bone, nestling into the hip socket of your pelvis. So you're kind of flossing out that joint, if you will, getting all the gunky stuff out. So do a few more like that. You might feel a little burning on the muscles on the outside of your hip. That's good. Those are important muscles that don't get used a ton. Nice. One more side to side, out and in. Good. And other side. Left knee in, flex the foot. So we'll go foot in, knee out, knee in, foot out. Let's do a few more like that. So knee out, foot in, knee in, foot out. Nice and slow. We want to really control that motion. You can totally do this just flat on your back as well. Any of these things we're doing. It's all right if you don't have the support. It just feels nice. Good. One more breath. Out and in. Awesome. Back to the center and then just straighten your legs up to the sky. Flex your feet if you want. Your legs can just be kind of relaxed. Let's just take 3 deep breaths. One more deep breath. Try to breathe into your belly. Good. Bend your knees. Place your feet down. Press through your feet. Lift your hips. Slide whatever you had under your hips out. Roll to one side and sit up. So I'm going to keep one of my blankets. You can keep one of your pillows, whatever you were using there, and put that at the top of your mat where your head was. So we're going to lay our actual head onto the blanket or the pillow. So lay onto your left side, or whichever way you would be doing it so you can see me the first time. Lay your head on the blanket or pillow. So my left ear is on the pillow. My left arm is out to the side with the palm up. I want to try to get my chest to open a little bit towards the sky. Knees are over towards the left, stacked on top of each other. I'm going to take my right hand and then just follow my right hand with my gaze. So right hand and left hand are touching. Inhale, open your right arm up and out to the right. Exhale and close. If you feel like your ear is really close to your shoulder, just try to lift your head a little bit more. So that's a little bit better for me. So let's do 8 of those on each side. Inhale, open, followed with your gaze. Knees stay over to the left. Exhale and close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. You can also do this with circles with your arm if you want to work on shoulder mobility as well. That's also a good option. So you can just circle it over like a rainbow. and close. Circle it over like a rainbow and close. Let's do 2 more. Open, inhale, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Awesome. So I'm just gonna switch around so I can keep facing you guys. We'll do the right side. So lay on your right side. Right ear starts on the blanket or pillow, right arm out to the side. Knees are coming out to the right, stacked on top of one another to keep your hips level. Left hand to right hand. Inhale, open. You can just open like a book or do the rainbow. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. I'm going to switch to the rainbow. Exhale, close. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. This is really good for your thoracic spine, which is the vertebrae that are connected to your ribs, the middle part of your spine. And that can just get really stuck. It's usually the least mobile part of our spine. So it's nice to get in there and work on that. Sorry, 1 more. Now one over. Exhale and close. Nice job. Sit on up. You can move the blanket out to the side. Sit up nice and tall. Put your legs out in front of you. So we're just going to end with a little forward fold to really stretch out our low back and hamstrings. I want you to try to really focus on not rounding your spine like this. I don't want you to look like this. I want you to try to sit up as tall as you can and then lead with your belly. So even if you are here and you only get there, that's totally fine. That's better for your spine and your alignment. So, and you'll get a better stretch over time. So try to think long spine, sit up tall, flex your toes back towards you. You can keep a little softness in the knees. They don't have to be like locked straight. So long spine, and then from the belly, hinge forward and reach. You don't even have to reach towards your toes, honestly. You can just lay your hands on your thighs. Anything that helps you feel long in the spine. So let's just breathe. Let's try 4 deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose into the belly. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Sit up nice and tall. Nice job. You can wiggle out your legs if you need to. Scoot your hips forward and then roll down nice and slow onto your back. So for Shavasana, which is just our ending pose for class, you can either take normal Shavasana with your legs long, palms up, shoulder blades together, or you can do a reclined butterfly. So soles of your feet together, knees wide, and I usually like to place my hands on my torso on that one. It's just a nice grounding pose. So whichever one you choose, go ahead and come there now. Close your eyes and just settle into your body. Breathe deeply and allow your mind to relax. Let all of your movement settle into your body. If you have the time, feel free to stay here for a few extra minutes and just breathe deeply. We're going to start to move forward. On your inhale, straighten your legs out if you have them together. And slowly reach your arms straight back behind you. You can hook your thumbs and just stretch your hands away from you as you point your toes in the opposite direction. Exhale and just release everything. Bring your knees in, roll to one side, and slowly come up to a seat. Thank you guys so much for joining me for class today. It's been an honor to teach you and move with you. I hope you're all doing well, and namaste.